Hey guys, I'm Sean Calloway and I'm the new product development manager here at Anzo USA. And today we're going to be installing our full LED headlights for the 19 to 21 Silverados. Here, what we have is a full black headlight, and this will be available in chrome as well. We do have our initiation feature built into this one, which is through our styling, as well as that is a switchback and turn signal as well. We have our reflectors here on the side. The upper two beams are your low beam, and the lower two beams are going to be your high beam. Now, if we turn this around to the back side, we have a couple things here. We do have our plug that plugs into our initiation harness, as well as our main connector, our beam adjuster right here, and mounting tabs along the sides to mount them to the vehicle. So let's go ahead and take apart the vehicle and get these on there and see what they look like. Okay, so in order to get your stock headlights out, we need to take a few things off the vehicle first. So we're going to start with this hood popper handle. That's got two T15 screws in it. We got to take that off in order to get the top shroud off, so we can access the bolts to take the grill off. And then after we remove the grill, we're going to remove this side piece right here, and then we'll be able to go ahead and take the headlights up. So let's get started. Okay, so now that we've got the top shroud off, we got to remove the four 10mm bolts right here across the top of the grill in order to get this off. So we'll just go ahead and start taking these out. To get the grill out, you're going to want to just kind of grab firmly in between if you have some open slots and just give it a couple good pulls. That way you can just lift it right out. The last thing that we need to remove before we take out the headlight is going to be this corner piece right here. It's very simple. It's held in with mostly all tabs, with the exception of three T15 screws right here in the fender well. And once we have those removed, all we have to do is kind of grab right in here and give it a good pull. Now you want to be careful up in here so you don't break anything, but you want to pull straight out towards you. And it will pop. Just like that. And now we can take out the headlight. Okay, so now we're ready to take out the headlight. We have 6 bolts. We have two 10mm across the top. We have one right here, and then we have two directly right here in the front. Let's go ahead and get these taken out. Okay, so now that we've got the side piece and everything else removed, we can go ahead and remove the headlight. We'll pop up this tab up here. It'll free the headlight. You just want to kind of move it back and forth. Get it out of there. And then right here, spin this around. We have the main connector. We'll slide this red tab out. It's the lock. And squeeze down and pull out. Now we can get our new headlight and install it. Okay, so we're ready to get in the new headlight. Well, we're going to do a couple things first. So first, what we'll do is we'll take the connector, plug it in, and lock it. Now we have this one. This is for the activation feature, which is what our harness is for. And there's only one connector on here that'll plug in right there. That's going to be this single wire right here. So we'll plug this in. And for right now, we're just going to run this across so we get the other headlight in. These two, the black and the red, will go to battery positive and negative, just right on the posts. These ones will plug right into the headlight and this unit here for the activation feature, and we'll be good to go. So let's, I'm gonna set that right there for now. Get this twisted in here. I'm gonna kind of just do it the same way you took it out. It'll drop right in. Make sure everything lines up. And then we'll take this. We're just going to guide this through to where it stays underneath the shroud here, right across the front. You can zip tie it all up. We're going to set these parts over here by this headlight so we can get this hooked up. So to put everything back together, we'll just put the bolts back in, put everything back on the same way we took it off, and then we'll be able to check out the headlights. Okay, so the harness that we routed earlier, we routed across the course port and got everything tied up underneath. We just have a couple more connections to make. We got the other headlight in. So there's a connector right here off the back side of this that we'll plug in. And that'll snap in right here. Let's put this down right here. And then the last thing we need to do is we can route these underneath here, bring the power and ground. So we got a ground post over here. Off to the side, it's a 10 millimeter. So we'll hook this one up here. That's our ground. Okay, and then now if we lift up the top of this to on top of the battery, we have a positive post right here that we can use. So that's a 12 millimeter. So what we're going to do is we'll run this along this cable right here, slide this down and around the post, and put our nut back on. And then now we'll get these both tight back up, the lid back on, and we'll check out the initiation feature. Okay, so everything's back together, and the last thing that we need to do is adjust them. So you'll use your Phillips screwdriver. There's a channel right back here in line with the most inner beam. You can spin your screwdriver left or right. It is a Phillips. And that will adjust the beams up and down, so that way you can get the coverage that you need of light on the road. So let's check out what the initiation feature looks like. Go ahead and close the hood. Hit the lock button. So when you go to unlock your vehicle, here's the initiation feature. It runs through all the functions of the lights. And there you have it. Hope you enjoy your light.